All right, guys, welcome back to Downtown Rams, where we are continuing our 2024 NFL Draft Prospect interviews. And, guys, we have a very special guest with us today. Our next interview, wide receiver Joshua Cephus out of UTSA, Texas San Antonio. How are you doing, Joshua?
I'm doing well. Just enjoying the experience.
Love it, man. Yeah, definitely, soak it in, soak it up because it's going to go like that. And it's funny because, I've talked to all sorts of prospects and there are people that just look at it as just a job and it's just, job interviews and all that. Uh but there's also others that find a lot of fun with it. It's a different process and I mean, you have everyone's attention. Everyone wants to talk with you. Everyone wants to interview you. Everyone wants to watch you play and watch you do your thing. I mean, it's definitely different. But you know what else is different? This question I'm going to ask you to get things started because I want you to be comfortable, right? I want you to be comfortable
Okay.
in this interview. So I'm going to ask you if you had to compare yourself to any fictional character, who would it be and why?
To any fiction. um, I would probably say Goku.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm already
Um,
a big fan of yours already.
I I'd probably say because um I feel like he goes the hardest when he's pushed. Um, really not just pushed because he's always looking for the best competition. So to test himself to see if he's the best. So I'm a very big competitor. So I think that's my biggest comparison.
I know that was music to Jake's ears. He's a
Yes.
huge, huge fan. Um, Next question is also not football related, but what is
Okay.
one unique talent that you have outside of playing football?
Oh man, so I don't classify myself as a singer, but growing up, like my whole family is in music. So um, when I was a kid, me and my siblings had a little singing group. We would go from like church to church, just singing. So yeah, I can sing a little bit.
That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely can't sing. I like to pretend I can, but I definitely cannot do that. Alexis can sing. She just won't
No,
admit it right now, but she
I can't.
No.
can. She definitely can. Um, so I want to ask you, when did you start playing football? Like, what was your football life?
I started playing football at the age of 4. Really been playing all my life. I ended up making a transition from quarterback to receiver towards the end of high school. My dad is a defensive coordinator currently, and I just grew up around football all my life, really. So my older brothers played it as well. So I was really just always around it.
And growing up, did you watch football? And if so, was there any player that you looked up to or aspired to be?
Yeah, for sure. Um, Honestly, I think we're a football household. I play multiple sports, but I think football is the main one. I would probably say Michael Vick. That's my favorite quarterback of all time. Steve Smith. Steve Smith was great. Who else? Ed Reed. Um, just great football players all around. It didn't matter if it was offense or defense.
No, that's great. Love that. What made you choose University at Texas San Antonio?
So initially, Frank Wilson recruited me. Uh, I was leaning towards Southern Miss at first. I only had like 5 offers coming out of high school. I was leaning towards Southern Miss. Uh, Scotty Walden was the recruiter of my area, so we had a good connection. But Frank Wilson came to the school, kind of sold me the dream of the young program of UTSA at the time. We're definitely growing now, but um, he told me I would be able to break records. I'd be able to come in and make an immediate impact. So I kind of leaned towards him. Ended up committing there after the visit. The coaching staff that was around him, Coach Wilson is a great man. So that checked the box. The rest of the staff were great men as well. I feel like it was a family environment, so I ended up going there.
And looking back at your time at UTSA, what is your favorite memory? Maybe you have a couple favorite memories, but what do those look like for you during your time in college?
Uh, man, I'd probably say my favorite one. Um, we were playing Texas State. The first game, Coach Traylor got there, um, and it was overtime. I want to say we were down a touchdown, or no, we were tied. It was a tie game, and ended up getting thrown the fade ball downfield. Had to make a play and ended up catching the ball with one hand. So we ended up going up in overtime. So that was great. Um, Definitely our first ring. Just making history was pretty crazy. The environment was great. You could literally like feel like everybody screaming like in the Alamo Dome. The Alamo Dome, it goes crazy. So that's definitely one of my favorite memories.
That's awesome. And how has the pre-draft process treated you?
Man, it's been well. Like I said earlier, really just been enjoying the experience. Um, Talking to teams, getting feedback on what I do well, what I could work on. Um, just interacting with actual NFL coaches, active NFL coaches that were at the East West Shrine Bowl. So uh, just trying to soak it all in and soak up all the information that they're giving me.
And that, yeah, my next question was going to be about the Shrine Bowl. What was that experience like for you there?
It was great. It's a lot of different personalities in that locker room. So it was fun just creating new relationships with all the different players from around the country, playing against good talent, great talent, really. I had a blast. It pushed me like I was talking about Goku earlier. It definitely pushed me to test how good I am, and it was just fun overall.
I like that. And then, we like to ask this because, I mean, it doesn't matter what school you go to, you're going to go up against really talented players at the college level. Um, who's the toughest, though, that you faced in college?
Uh, hmm. I would say, um, man, I can't even remember his name. I don't want to butcher his name. Number two, the cornerback from Tulane, was pretty good. Um, number one from Tennessee. I want to say his name is Gabriel. I can't remember his last name either, but those guys were pretty solid at the cornerback position.
Yeah, I was trying to think because number two from Tulane sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Um,
His name start. I don't want to say. I think it's Jaquan, but I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to say that.
I'll remember it when we finish the interview. That's the way it
Okay.
usually goes. It'll
Probably.
it'll come to me then. But yeah, so you definitely played against a lot of talented players in college, but you yourself were also very talented at the college level. What would you say is your biggest strength as a player?
um, just being able to make a play when the ball's in my area. I tell my quarterback all the time, just put it in my area. I'll go get it, make a play. Um, being able to run with the ball has been huge for me too. Run after the catch. Um, just things like that.
No, that definitely makes sense. What's one area of your game that you're looking to improve on the most?
I would say create more separation downfield. Whether that's learn how to use my leverage better than I thought I did. Getting faster definitely helps. Getting in and out of my breaks, running full speed downfield. So those are things I've been working on.
And this next question is just kind of a fun one that we like to ask uh, receivers going into the NFL. But if you had to catch a touchdown pass from any quarterback in the NFL, who would it be?
Um, I'll probably say C.J. Stroud or Lamar Jackson or Pat Mahomes. That would be crazy too.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, Pat would be
Yeah,
crazy.
it's always it was always Tom Brady when he was still playing and Jake and I started doing this. It was always Tom Brady, and now that he's not in the league, it's Patrick Mahomes. And we
100%.
get some different answers here and there, but like we can pretty much bank on the fact. Mahomes is also the answer for when we talk to defensive backs who they most want to pick off. Always Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And I did forget to ask you because I wanted to follow up. You said you've created a lot of, relationships, obviously, at the Shrine Bowl. In general, just playing in college, brushing shoulders with all these guys. Do you have anybody that you would call like a best friend? Who are like the closest, guys that you have that maybe are in this draft process with you, maybe already in the NFL, or, maybe still in college? Is there anyone that really stands out to you in that regard?
Yeah, a couple guys. One of my teammates that are currently in the draft process with me is Taki Kellogg, number 11. He's the other receiver that's with me going through this. So definitely Taki. He's a big goofball, good energy all the time, and just fun to be around. Zakari Franklin played with me at UTSA a year ago. Ended up transferring to Ole Miss. JT Clark, DeCorian Clark, that's my guy as well. Also plays receiver. Look at him because he'll be going crazy this next year. So those are a few guys that I've connected with over the years.
That's awesome. And we have to ask because we're a Rams podcast. During this pre-draft process, and I know it's early on, have you spoken with the Los Angeles Rams at all?
No, I haven't got. So we have whenever we were scheduled to meet, basically we would go in a room and like sit in the middle of the room, and teams would be like in all four corners of the room, and they would come get us from the middle table. And at the time, I think I was about to talk to another team. I can't remember who it is. But as I was standing up, I want to say the Rams came and got me. But I was already talking to a team. So whenever my time came to go to them, our time was up. So I could never really get to them.
Gotcha. Well, hey, it's a long process. You'll probably hear from him at some point. With that said, I do want to know, would you rather, what would you say? Do you love to win more or do you hate to lose more?
Man, they asked me this on the interview. I didn't know which one to pick because I love to win, but like losing just it does something to me. I think I'm gonna go with hate to lose. It does something to me. I could have the best game, but if we lost, like I'm trying to figure out how we lost. What did we do? Like where did we mess up? Man, yeah, it just weighs heavy.
It's a tough question. I don't know that I know the answer myself. Every time we ask that, I still don't know what
Yeah.
my answer would be. Very, very tough question. But in closing here, who would you say is Joshua Cephus as a player, and who is he as a person?
As a player, I would say I'm a leader. What we're really on and off the field. On the field, just speaking life into my teammates. Whenever we're down, or whenever we're not playing well, just trying to keep them in the right headspace with a level mind. Off the field, I would say I'm a high character person. I love being around people. I'm a social person, very social. I just like to pour into people and get out myself. My coaches always taught us that the more you pour into people and the more you're selfless, then the better things are for you. So it's been huge for me. Just listening to that advice that he's been giving me, and yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. And I got one final question for you before we wrap this up. It's a 4-part question.
Okay.
Something it's very like lax. It's honestly just recommendations. I will be jotting them down. Alexis and I like to ask this because you might have a favorite movie, TV show that we would never come across in our walk of life without the help of you. So,
Okay.
favorite movie that you would recommend, a TV show you would recommend, a snack for Alexis that you would recommend, and an album that you would recommend.
Okay. Hmm. I watch a lot of movies.
We do as well.
Yeah.
I would say The Best Man or
Okay.
The Wood. Both of those are great movies. Hmm. A show. I don't know. I just finished Game of Thrones, but I'm like super late on that. So like, yeah,
Well, we
y'all
have
probably
seen
seen that.
that. We have seen it, but it is very good. So that can
It's
count as your if anyone listening to this episode hasn't watched Game of Thrones yet, let this be your sign to go watch
100%.
it.
yes,
Go watch it.
it's the best
Mhm.
show ever created. By the way, I'll throw you a recommendation real quick before we get to snacks and album.
Okay.
If you like Game of Thrones, there's kind of like a modern day take on Game of Thrones. It's called Succession. You've probably heard of it.
Okay.
I mean, it's about as modern as it gets because
Yeah.
it's based on what the Fox News family, but that loosely, but it's like Game of Thrones. Like it has that kind of premise. If
A
Okay.
you see what
family
I'm saying.
fighting, a family
Yeah.
fighting basically
Yeah.
over for power.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Power struggle, all
And
that.
I
So
think I have saw it. I just never really clicked on it. I'm gonna have to go watch that.
yeah, I never bought into it because I was one of those people like same. It's why it took so long with Game of Thrones because people were saying, "Oh, you 100% you have to check out Walking Dead." And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
that is not going to work for me. I don't like when things get super big. I'm not a huge fan of them. Succession is one of the best shows ever made. Like
Okay.
it is very good, and I was very
That's a huge
skeptical.
statement.
Yes,
That okay. Okay.
yeah. So, all right, back to the regularly scheduled program.
Right.
The snack and the album next.
Mm, my favorite snack. Does candy count?
Candy
Yeah.
counts.
Well, my favorite candy are the sweet tart ropes.
Those are very good.
They're great. The strawberry flavor, not the cherry. The strawberry is way better than the
Yeah.
cherry.
Just in general.
And yeah. And then a real snack, Little Bites, the party cake flavor.
Yeah.
I love those.
Wait, the
love 'em
party
so much.
cake flavor? I don't
Yeah.
know that I've had that one.
Oh yeah, you gotta try them.
Okay.
That's
yeah,
pretty
I don't
good.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the album. Lil Baby, My Turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I have that
goes
one in my
crazy.
library.
Yeah.
Awesome. I got it all jotted down. The Best Man, I'll have to check that out. And I mean, I know everything else, so
Yeah.
so yeah. But hey, we appreciate your time, man. It's been a lot of fun getting to know you. Obviously, it's really cool because we watched a lot of film and just getting to watch your game and then just getting to talk with you. I mean, it's something I don't think we've ever gotten over. It's still kind of a cool, experience that we go through every draft process. So it is a draft process for us as well. So
Yeah.
appreciate you being a part of it, and we wish you the best of luck and stay healthy, man.
Of course. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for having me.
Yes. Thank you so much, Joshua. Take care. Stay healthy. And we're excited to see what's to come for you.
For sure. Thank you.